Meanwhile, Labor Day weekend here in Rhode Island brought an unusual sight. Beachgoers at Scarborough State Beach spotted a dead whale on the shore yesterday morning. We're told it showed up around 11 o'clock during high tide, and this morning we can tell you it has since been moved. 12 News reporter Erica Ritchie is live in Narragansett with the latest details. Erica, what can you tell us now?
Oh, Kate, it's 2020, so nothing should surprise us, right? The whale here yesterday shouldn't surprise us. The fact that it was taken off the beach right out from under our noses this morning without us even seeing it take place. Also surprising to us. We do have a call out to DEM to try and figure out when exactly that occurred, but I can tell you it was here around 5 o'clock this morning, and then all of a sudden it was gone without any activity that we noticed. But it was quite the scene yesterday. I was here with my family and stumbled upon it myself, and I can tell you it was magnificent, but a little bit sad at the same time. Here it is. Let's show you it in case you weren't here yesterday and you didn't see it. DEM says it is a 15-foot juvenile minke whale. It was on the shore of Scarborough North. Now, if you're facing the ocean, just to the left of the pavilion near where the state property ends. DEM says it received calls around 11 yesterday morning reporting that the whale had washed ashore and that it was also deceased at the time. Jamie Volpe and Rory Brown, they had just gotten to the beach when the whale appeared.
When the tide was high, it was kind of like rolling it, and it was kind of moving around in the waves, so it looked like it was kind of motioning like it was alive still. So that was when we first saw it. So we were like, oh wait, is it struggling? Like, is it beached and people are trying to save it? But
But unfortunately, the whale was deceased when it washed up on shore. What you're looking at live now is where the whale was. You can see the stakes and the ropes that outline the area that beachgoers were forced to stand behind and around so as to not get too close to the animal over there. The whale did not appear, from what we were told by DEM, to have any visible signs of trauma, and the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration was called in order to conduct an investigation here. Now, coming up in the next 30 minutes, we're going to talk about the fact that this is not the first time that a beached whale has turned up on a Rhode Island shoreline. In fact, within the last 9 months, we've seen one here, and there are many similarities between the two instances. So stick around. We're going to talk about that coming up 30 minutes from now. For now, live in Narragansett, Erica Ritchie, 12 News.
Well, people look to celebrate their Labor Day weekend at one Rhode Island beach. Got quite the surprise. A dead whale washed ashore on Scarborough State Beach on Sunday. Erica Ritchie is live in Narragansett this morning, where crews just moved the whale. Erica, what can you tell us now?
Yeah, they did, Kate. You know, my husband just called and was wondering how we can trust me with our children when an enormous 15-foot whale was removed from the beach here without us even seeing it. In fairness, I did tell him, and I'll tell you too, it was pitch black here this morning, and it appears that DEM came and removed the whale very inconspicuously, if you will, and we are parked across the street, so a little bit to my defense here. But I have a call out and an email out to a spokesperson at DEM to get more details. We'll share that with you as soon as we have it. Right now, let's go ahead and take a look at what beachgoers found when they arrived at Scarborough North yesterday. As I mentioned, 15-foot juvenile minke whale. It was around 11 o'clock yesterday morning that DEM says it washed ashore and did not appear to have suffered any trauma. Again, though, only an investigation will tell. Those who saw it roll in say it came in with the tide, and at first it looked like it might be alive and in need of some rescuing, but when it did reach the shore, it was clear the whale was already dead. Still, though, it was a fascinating sight.
We walked onto the beach and saw a baby whale. We have never seen anything quite like it before.
All right, well, folks in Charlestown certainly have seen something like this. It was just back in December that a 20-foot humpback whale washed ashore on the Charlestown Breachway. The circumstances then very similar to what happened here yesterday, in that there were no signs of trauma and that whale was already dead when it washed ashore as well. A necropsy was performed by marine biologists at Mystic Aquarium, but the cause of death for that humpback whale has not yet been released. Now, as we come back here live at Scarborough Beach, I can tell you that the same protocols are in place according to DEM as far as trying to determine a cause of death. When we learn more about that, we'll be sure and let you know. As of right now, though, the whale is off the beach and there are plenty of people here already enjoying this gorgeous day on this Labor Day. That's the latest live in Narragansett. Erica Ritchie, 12 News.